So as you guys all know, the part 2 of the festival is almost here. We're a few days out. Now we already know that basically, yes, we're going to be getting a lot in this update. We're going to get Bond's buff, we're going to get a part 2 event, we're going to get a freaking story for one of the best characters in the game. We are getting a part 2 banner also, so there is a lot happening, right? Crazy enough, in the last weeks, if you will, they have done more effort in this game than they have done in a while. Remember, they did do a 4-character collaboration, which was big. 4 characters for them is very hard. They're very lazy. They've been doing 1 character banner every 2 weeks, which, again, I still think is low, and they should do more, like 2 characters per banner, which is, again, okay. Here and there, they can always do this. Okay, it's fine. But Maeve was 1 character. Bond was the 2nd character. Now a 3rd character, which is Arthur, kicking off already pretty soon. And we're going to have a part 2 banner, right? That is 4 freaking characters within a 4-week somewhat time span. That's crazy for them, alright? Like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about what to expect in part 2, because there's a lot actually coming. Yeah, let's check it out. First, real quick, I don't have really assets to show you, but Twigo will be getting a story, alright? We already told this, already basically shared this information with you. It is going to be a very, very good story, where he goes through a thing, it's like a trial or something like that they were mentioning, and Twigo has to like persevere, and that's the entire thing. I am very curious on why Twigo is getting a story and what actually happens, but he will have his own part 2 theme story in this entire thing. We could be getting a Twigo unit for all we know. Wedding Twigo, imagine. But I have no idea. All we do know of this entire thing is Twigo will be getting his own story, which he goes through. It's a little mini event similar to Merlin in Wonderland, and it's going to be Twigo in something. So I'm very curious on what the story is, but they were mentioning it on stream, and they verbally said so. A lot of translators also said, yeah, that's going to be happening. So Twigo is getting some sort of story-themed event. So I am really happy and curious what actual surprise he's going to get. It's a surprise story, so let's see what Twigo gets. I'm curious, alright? Beyond that, there will be a part 2 to the actual gift and snatch box event, okay? They will be giving you a free Ragnarok Bond, and they'll be giving you a free, guess who? Yes, Thonar, which is huge. I believe that is, yes, Red Thonar. So you're getting another free Demonic Beast unit. Another is a lie, right? Do we get the last one for free? No, Freya doesn't count. Whoops. Yeah, Freya doesn't count. He's good, but he's not like... He doesn't count as per se a demonic beast unit. He doesn't solo every beast by himself, but he's there. But yeah, we're getting this for free, which is huge. Both characters are very strong. They're giving you the old Bond for free because the new Bond was supposed to make him useless, and vice versa happened. Actually, Bond is more used. This Bond, right? So that's crazy. But yes, during this event also we'll get the buff. We'll see how that buff actually turns out. After reading the global version of the dev notes, I am not proud to say this is going to be a great buff, okay? I thought they were going to make this an AoE. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm so curious on what actually happens with this buff, but it is not getting me, let's go broken, right? That type of buff, but we'll see what happens, all right? So that's going to happen. We're also going to kick off into a new character, which is Arthur. Brand new character for free. We're going to get more full, fully leveled up sets of gear for R and SR, which are pretty good, and we're just gonna get a UR chest. So 3 free more SRs or SSRs are dropping, a full more set of gears, which are very nice, which is, you know, just box CC, so I'll take it. So overall, a pretty stacked update there on that aspect of it. So again, that's also dropping. We will also get a part 2 banner, right? We don't know who the character is, but there is a lot of art for this new Elaine floating everywhere, and this is a costume we do not have in game, okay? So at some point, we will see this Elaine, all right? Now, the banner that's supposed to drop, right? That banner is supposed to be a part 2, or some sort of wedding banner. That's what it has to be, okay? Last year, it was, guess who? Wedding, where is it? Wedding Brunhild, okay? Wedding Brunhild drops 9th of June. This update is 8th of June. What's gonna drop, okay? The, most probable thing that could ever happen is either Twigo gets a character, because somehow Twigo has a story. Why does he have a story? We have no idea. That's one thing. I don't think that's going to happen. Twigo is what he is, that's it. But, yeah, it's probably wedding Elaine. I really think that's the case. We haven't had our fair share of fairies since, like, a while. What was it? Just the last one was King? New Wings King in February, so it's been a little bit since we had a fairy, and it wouldn't make sense given the arts are all different, okay? The forum also has the art. They released like a thing on JP, which showed us what his, like her, like festival art, or like, the festival art for her. She's in it, but that's what they also showed us. So there's a lot of art floating around of this character. Now, I don't know if they're going to make her a character, actually, but they might. There's a very high chance they do that, so keep it in mind that she probably is your part 2 unit. Like, I don't know, they showed it in the stream also. They have, like, wallpapers and stuff designed for her, so they probably did all that for a reason. And if you do check in game for, like, all the Elizabeth, or all the Elaines, there is no Elaine that looks like that, other than the new one, but there's no exact costume like that, okay? So that is there to, like, just keep in the back of your head. I'm trying to show you with this, there we go. I think this is it. That's Arthur right there, but does this not show it? Is it a video that shows that, Arthur? I think it's this video here. This one? This one? It's this one. Okay. It was one of them. It shows you Arthur right here, yeah. So we have a full version of Arthur's actual costume. It looks pretty cool. It has a massive tail over there, or like cape, I think. I have no idea what that is. But that's what Arthur looks like. He might actually work with Bond. So they are expanding Bond into the territory of working with a human. Imagine he actually works with Arthur. That'll be so huge, okay? So maybe they correspond his kit with Bond now, and that's the entire point. That's where that buff kicks in. So it would be very nice to see a free character work Bond, but let's not get our copium up because we have no idea how that buff actually goes and what actually happens. This Arthur could be very good for the game, depending on if he actually releases to be good. Remember, Griamore in the same image exists. A very 10 out of 10 character released and proceeded to get absolutely smothered, crushed, and destroyed by Netmarble. They took away every aspect of his kit that was good and turned him into fodder, if you will. So that happened, but yeah, we'll see what happens with this character here. So whatever it is, there is all that to expect. Obviously, the similar part 2 events. We're gonna get another boss as usual, some sort of event. Hopefully, they actually give the other events that were in the last year's festival. We still haven't gotten Gear Gacha. I'm pretty sure that's dead. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen there. All the other Annie events we basically got already. I was hoping they do Training Grotto double. If they don't do it, that's a huge L. For some reason, they opened up Training Grotto to where if you don't spend your like reserves right now, you lose out on the next few coming soon, right? So you have to be under 10 constantly now. That is a new gimmick. It's so stupid they did that, but if they could allow Training Grotto to get doubled, that would be great, so we can actually spend it for a reason. Like, we all were saving for that, but nope. Okay, so I have no idea what actually happened there, but they chose to do it. So we'll see what actually else releases in this entire Part 2 festival. But yes, possibly Elaine. We're getting a Twig God story. We're getting 3 free SSRs. We're getting a Part 2 to the Jumping Box event. We will probably be getting more, or Part 3 to the boss event. Maybe some more content, some more little events here and there, but that's what we can kind of expect in this entire Part 2 festival. So again, hopefully it is a good unit, hopefully Arthur is a good unit, and hopefully it releases to not get buffed afterwards because they released garbage to you. Hopefully, let's see what happens. And yes, I did forget to mention, but yes, Bond is getting buffed also, so that's there. I really wonder how actually Bond turns out. If he's garbage after the buff, I swear, you suck, Netmarble. If he's great, I take back my words of what is it, annoyance or whatever that I've caused, but he better release to be better, okay? And much better. I don't release a like semi-better unit, okay? He's got to be much better, all right? Peace, sun, and joy. That's it for me. This update will kick off, or we'll know about it basically 3 days away. So 4 days away.